Good evening, everyone. My name is Kendall Floyd, and I'm the student body president here at Towns County High School. I have the honor of welcoming you to our graduation ceremony here at our local recreation department at Foster Park. Thank you all for being with us this evening to celebrate this amazing moment that each and every one of us graduates has worked so hard to achieve.
Thank you, Kendall. At this time, I would like to recognize special academic honors. Emily Williams, Chase Rogers, and Kendall Floyd, please come forward. These outstanding seniors before you have the 3 highest weighted GPAs in Towns County High School's graduating class of 2019. The 3rd highest GPA in this class, Emily Williams, is named historian. The 2nd highest GPA, salutatorian, is Mr. Chase Rogers. It is my honor to announce the valedictorian, the highest GPA for the class of 2019, Mr. Kendall Floyd.
Birds can fly, and we can't, simply because they have perfect faith. For to have faith is to have wings. Today, this quote by J.M. Barrie is what comes to mind. By looking back on our memories, I encourage you all to have faith in what is to come. Good evening, friends, families, loved ones, and seniors of the class of 2019. Before I begin, I'd like to take a quick minute to thank my mom, my dad, my sisters Amber and Alicia, and the rest of my amazing family, my wonderful boyfriend Gabriel and his family, who I consider to be my own, my beautiful friends, and all of my classmates for their never-ending support. I'm very thankful for you all. I'm incredibly honored to be standing before you today as the historian of this remarkable class. All of us here today share precious memories, and some of our memories are almost hard to forget. Colton, how could we forget our 1st grade cheating scandal, where I told you what 6 + 6 was, we got caught, and our entire world seemed to come crashing down around us. And Bill, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I can ever truly forgive you for beating me in the 3rd grade spelling bee. Jordan and Jenna, I don't know what I'm gonna do without our many adventures around the school, visiting Miss Hauser and Coach Stowers to annoy them, stealing things from Coach Honeycutt's room, and running errands for Miss Vardo on the daily. Chris, Brooke, Tori, Laura, Justin, and many others struggled with me and Coach Honeycutt's, and I've been arguing with Kendall over who would get valedictorian since 2nd grade. Spoiler alert, he got it. I had middle school PE with James, Alexis, Jasmine, Fernanda, and many of the rest of you, and this past March, I got to read to elementary schoolers with Allie, a fellow future teacher. Janine and I recently discussed how we'll never forget our 2nd grade class, where there wasn't a day that went by where we didn't talk about frogs. And Cara reminded me of the horrible trends that went around in middle school. Animal gloves, the Harlem Shake, silly bands, and worst of all, leggings under denim shorts. A group of us 6th grade girls, myself, Kinsley, Kristen, Erica, Carly, and Ella, made it a tradition to write all of our secrets and our crushes on Kinsley's bunk beds, so you can only imagine the comedy gold that is written on those beds. Carly, I could think of 1,000 memories to talk about. Making up silly songs, playing Mario Kart for hours, ranting about our boy problems. We've been through it all. And Claire, I don't know where to begin with you either because I will definitely cry. Just know that I love both of you very much. Walker, I'm so going to miss seeing you around campus and knowing you're gonna make me laugh. Like at homecoming, when you walked around eating beanie weenies out of a can with your bare hands. Through all of these moments and more with each of you, I have a history here. And yes, as historian, it's technically my job to sum up what it has been like to be a Towns County senior this year. But the truth of the matter is this: all 83 of us have had a history here. Walking the halls, we feel different feelings and see faces in different lights. Sure, I can talk about the bracelet that Abby made me in 9th grade, or how fun it was to be Lance's homecoming escort. I can talk about the catchphrases I have with Sylvan, Tia's obsession with all things Disney, and Crystal's love of the color yellow. But you all have stories that I don't know about, and I encourage you to hold on to those memories with everything that you have, because I truly can't sum it all up, even for myself. I don't know what it's like to be on the field, crowd cheering under Friday night lights, with Nick, Trevor, Alan, Tyler, Chase Rogers, Danny, Jake, Andrew, Trent, Wesley, Jared, Will, Hunter Frisk, and Blaine. I don't know what it feels like after crushing a band routine like Madison, Bill, Anna, and Adriana do. I don't drive a sick truck or hunt like a pro like Donovan, Corbin Townsend, Dylan, Johnny, and many more of you, and I don't know the rush of sending it into a goal and winning region like Leah, Taylor, Chase Crawford, Corbin Henderson, and Nick. I can't relate to Caitlin and Connor's mad robotic skills, and I can't match up to Vanna's vocals or Demaya's dance moves. I never swung for the fences like Devin Burrell, Brett, Lane, Seth, Caden, and our other senior baseball players, and I was never skilled enough to be an FFA like Jaron, Devin Hunter, Corbin Nelson, Carrie, Noah, Dougie, Nathan, Nathaniel, Hunter Ledford, Hunter Moss, Cooper, and more of you. I don't know what it's like to move to Towns County later in your high school career, like Mary Kate and Zane. I could never learn how to properly hold a golf club, like Summer, Kyler, Caleb, and the other golfers, or swing a bat, like Valerie and the rest of the softball team. And I don't know what it's like to barrel race or ride horses like Haley and Whitley. Like I said, I can't begin to imagine what each of your separate high school experiences look like. When I look out at you all, the word that comes to mind is faith. I can say this with confidence. Class of 2019, I have faith in you. I have faith that you'll continue to go above and beyond, continue to have fun, and continue to make TCHS proud. Congratulations on everything that you've done, everything that you will do, and I truly look forward to watching all of you make history.
Wow. Aren't you guys glad that this day has finally come? I don't know about y'all, but I woke up feeling pretty dangerous this morning, knowing that this was the day we finally graduate. Good evening. My name is Chase Rogers, and I am Towns County High School's class of 2019 salutatorian. Before I begin, I would like to hand out a few thank yous. I'm not going to give many specific names because there are too many to thank within my allotted time. But first and foremost, all thanks go to God, for your grace has brought all into existence and is the only reason that we're here. Next, I want to thank all of the teachers and coaches that have made such a huge impact in my life. You will never be able to fully understand the amount to which you have impacted the lives of not only myself, but all of my classmates. A special shout out to Judd Gravett. I don't know if he's here, I don't see him, but he said he was going to be here. So, if you're here, thanks for coming. All right. Next, I would like to thank all of my family and friends, specifically my mom. To quote Kevin Durant, you, the real MVP. Lastly, a huge thanks to everyone else that has helped me on this journey. There are so many that have made a lasting impact on my life, and I thank all of you. I have been given the honor of representing the class of 2019 as salutatorian. I had someone ask me, what does it mean to be salutatorian? So I went digging and found the perfect definition in the Chase Rogers Dictionary. It reads, the first loser and the guy who gets stuck with the most difficult and vague speech topic. So that's cool. By the way, I'm selling signed copies of my dictionary, $73 per copy. Please come talk to me after the ceremony and I'll get y'all hooked up. All right? I have been given the task of speaking about the present. But before we dive any deeper, we must define the present. I could go the cliche direction and say, the present is the present because it's a gift or something. But that's dumb. So we're going to delve a little deeper. Science says the present is a small frame of time that our brain processes as a single instance. The present is the only thing we have control of in this world. We can't change the past or the future, but we can live in the present to the fullest. Now that we have set a definition of the present, or the now, we can talk about tonight. Urban Dictionary says that now is the beginning of the rest of your life. And that really is what graduation is meant to be. It's the beginning of the rest of your life. This is not your peak. This is not your Mount Everest. As Baker Mayfield once said, we're just getting started. This is but the ending of one chapter and the opening of a new. As we go through this ceremony tonight, take a moment to realize everything that's gotten you to this point. The friendships found from all corners that have come in all shapes and sizes. Whether it's hanging out with little Allie Cornett at football practice or the random Cardinals fan I met at Baltimore that I was best friends with for 5 minutes. Every person we've come in contact with has played a major role in getting us to the present. Realize all the decisions, good, bad, and ugly, that have led you to this moment, but don't dwell on the past. Don't get so caught up reminiscing about the good old times that you forget to enjoy the here, the now, the present. I implore you that as you sit here tonight, you would always live in the now. Always push for more. Find a new challenge each day and push yourself to become better each and every day. And accomplish all of this by staying focused on the present, because that is the only thing we can truly control. So what does this look like? What does living in the present mean for tonight? It means focusing on the details of tonight, whether that's where you're sitting or the socks you're wearing under your gown, which in my case happen to be my Baker Mayfield socks. Try to remember the details of the night. Remember the music, the lights, the crowd. Remember the friends, family, and total strangers who came out to support you tonight. And to those in the crowd, don't focus on our lives to this point, and don't focus on our futures. Keep your eyes on tonight. Be proud of our accomplishments, and celebrate what this night means for all of us. In conclusion, I appreciate the honor of being able to speak to everyone tonight. I hope that, if nothing else, you would leave here tonight motivated to live for the now, because you can't change the past, and you can't determine the future, but you can control the present. Towns County, you will always hold a special place in my heart. You have been such a welcoming and great community to grow up in, and I will dearly miss you next year. And before we leave, I'm going to let y'all participate in a little jingle that my class has been known for, all right? So I'm going to say this little jingle, and at the end, everyone's going to clap. We're going to try to make it in sync, all right? Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yeah. Thank you. Have a blessed evening, and go Browns.
Real quick before I get started, Shane Casey, I'm expecting a friend request from you on Facebook. I've got it, and accept. All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kendall Floyd, and I have the honor of giving this year's valedictorian address. First, we reminisced with Emily about our past. Second, we pondered our present with Chase. Now, it falls upon me to talk about our future, not only as individuals, but as a class. What I want all of you to take away from this can be laid out in 3 ideas. They are, 1, live your dreams, but remember your home. 2, make smart decisions, but have fun. And 3, weather the storm, but don't be afraid to fight back. If you notice something about these 3 statements, it is that they all come with a catch, the but, if you will. Here in these next few minutes, let us explore these ideas further. First, do not be afraid to live your dreams. As a graduate of Towns County High School, you have been equipped with the skills to be successful in your chosen field, whether that require college, tech school, military service, or the workforce. Author Tim Fargo once said, "Opportunity doesn't make appointments. You have to be ready when it arrives." You, TCHS class of 2019, are ready for opportunity. I know that every single one of us has the potential to have success and to make this world a better place, which leads me to the first catch. Remember your home. Like it or not, unfortunately, this is the last time some of us will ever see each other again. But that is an inevitability of high school. However, we have been blessed enough to have grown up in the most beautiful part of our country. Many of you are used to it, but I can remember hearing a baseball player from Lincoln County saying, "Man, they get to see this every day." A lot of you are going to leave Towns County at the end of the summer, but I urge you, remember this place. Come back, even if it's just a visit. You will not regret it. Second, make smart decisions. Now, I know many of you probably just rolled your eyes at me, but this is sound advice. Don't do anything that you might regret in 20 years. And more importantly, don't post anything on social media that your future employers might see. A lot of you are beginning to start college, and some of you are moving out from your parents' houses. And what you're going to discover is that this world is full of temptations. 1 Peter 5:8 says, "Stay alert. Watch out for your great enemy, the devil. He prowls around like a roaring lion, looking for someone to devour. If you're not careful, he will devour you." Now, that being said, it's time for the second catch. Have fun. We are about to enter the next stage of our lives, and for those of you about to start college classes, take it from me, who has had several at Young Harris. Make time for fun. Your classes, or for some of you, your jobs, are about to take first priority, and they will be very stressful at times. So remember to set aside some time every day doing something that you enjoy. You won't regret it, and it will improve your post-high school experience. Finally, weather the storm. As all of us make the transition to adulthood, it is good to know now that life isn't fair, and not everything is going to go the way you think. You have to learn to adapt to situations when a plan goes south. Author Robert Jordan once said, "The oak fought the wind and was broken. The willow bent when it must and survived." This is a lesson that some people never learn. You cannot control everything. Sometimes God has a different plan for you because he can see the whole picture, not just the tiny speck that we see. Last week at the United Community Bank Junior Board of Directors banquet, which was held in that conference room back there, our keynote speaker was Pastor Steve Taylor, the pastor at McConnell Memorial Baptist Church. Pastor Steve is probably here tonight, so he could tell you better than me. But he said that coming out of college, he wanted to be a high school coach. If you had told him that he would be where he is right now, he would have laughed at you. That's because none of us can plan for what God is doing in our lives. Now, for the final catch of this speech, don't be afraid to fight back. I know I just told you to sometimes accept what happens to you, but that doesn't mean to just let anybody walk over you. Whether that be a boss, a professor, a coworker, or even a friend. If you feel like you are being mistreated, speak up. Author J.K. Rowling once said, "It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends." In conclusion, all of us are about to leave this wonderful place and step into the big wide world. It is my prayer that all of you find what you're looking for. Just remember the 3 ideas of encouragement that were presented to you, and remember the buts as well. I'd like to take this time to thank my teachers, friends, and family for everything they have done for me, especially my parents and my grandparents. And most importantly, I am humbled and thankful that God would send his one and only Son to live a perfect life just to die so that I might be saved. Without salvation, all of this is meaningless. And if you don't know Jesus, the Bible says that today is the day of salvation for any and all who seek it. Thank you for your time, and let me just say one thing before I get down. Go Dogs!
Class of 2019, you made it. We made it. Over the last few months, I often lay awake at night thinking of what I wanted to say to this class. I taught them 6th grade math, and now I've been their principal for their whole high school career. What sticks out about them? Who are they? What will they be remembered for? Hopefully, they won't be remembered for breaking into school one weekend and attempting to Christmas wrap the entire high school. Many of them have asked me this year, "Are you going to talk about playing marker dodgeball? Because we loved playing that." Or remember when Caleb Ledford, a.k.a. Cledford, fell and broke his collarbone? That was also the year that Caleb informed me that his dog was named Hobbs. So he had to call me Chobbs instead. And as a result, he will forever be known as Cledford. The students don't remember much about math concepts that I taught them, but they do remember the relationships that we built together. Nick asked me today, "Will you talk about that time that I hit you in the head with a ball?" They've asked me, "Will you talk about Walker?" And yes, I have several Walker stories. I recall Walker always having pieces of things or parts in his pockets. He was a real tinkerer, and he liked to take things apart. One day, Walker came up with the ingenious plan to try and trip me. He unraveled the hem of his shirt and pulled out a long string and then tied it across the row between desks. I didn't trip, but I did get hung up in his trap. Walker, there will be no Sunday dinners at my house in the future for you. I will never forget Trent's attempt to forge his father's signature. And I don't think his parents have forgotten it either. And I'll always remember Kendall having political aspirations, even at a very young age. He was constantly wanting to debate with me over every aspect of the 2012 presidential campaign. And Lord knows, everyone will remember the great rivalry between Chase and Kendall. Not between the first and second places, but between the Cleveland Browns and the Buffalo Bills. A quote by Paul Lockhart states, "Teaching is not about information. It's about having an honest, intellectual relationship with your students. These relationships built between people last forever." When I think of Noah, I will be reminded of him 7 years ago teaching himself how to call up a turkey with his mouth. He didn't even need an actual turkey call because he practiced calling those turkeys every day in math class. But my favorite all-time Noah story is the day that I had to take his truck keys away from him and hand deliver them to his mama in the front office. Listen to this. One day in the high school parking lot, not long after Noah got his license, he convinced a little middle schooler to put his whole head in the exhaust pipe of his big Ford pickup truck, while Noah revved his engine and blew coal all over this poor middle schooler's head and face. Afternoon parking lot duty with this bunch is a thrill a minute. I tell you what, you've got coal being blown, Jake Parker's train horn being blown, and big tires squealing everywhere. On Monday mornings, you get to hear all those stories about the coons that got treed over the weekend, or about what dead animal is still laid up in the back of somebody's truck in the parking lot. This class could actually been the inspiration behind Luke Bryan's song lyrics of hunting, fishing, and loving every day. Yes, they are a class of good old boys. And the boys actually outnumber the girls nearly 2-1. But what the girls lack in number, they make up for in character and spirit. Girls like Kinsley Denton, who has the kindest heart of any person that I know, and Taylor Cornett, who is just absolutely relentless at whatever she does on the track, field, court, or in the classroom. Ella and Cara work hard at everything they do and are just a pleasure to be around. Caitlin will be remembered for what she did for her classmates her senior year for yearbook. Jenna Coker will entertain you and make you smile, no matter the situation. And Emily Williams was already a leader and a little teacher at heart, even back in 6th grade. Relationships are what matter and what we remember. This class of 2019 will be remembered for their spirit, for their love of the mountains and the lakes. Seniors, you have built a solid relationship with each other, with your teachers, with your family and friends, relationships that will last well into the future. Hold on to them and cherish them. It has been a privilege knowing you these past 7 years. I've watched you grow into outstanding young men and women, the kind of individuals that you can count on when called upon or when needed, especially students like Hunter Ledford and Nathaniel Elling, who have already signed and joined a branch of the armed forces to serve our great country. Please join me in showing our appreciation to these young men. I am very proud of each and every one of you. I'm sad to see you go, but I know you are ready for this next big milestone. Remember, wherever you go in life and whatever you choose to do, you are still and foremost a Towns County Indian. And in the words of the great Connor Kelly, in case I don't see you again, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Superintendent, Towns County School Board, I certify that these students receiving their diploma tonight have met the graduating requirements for the state of Georgia and the Towns County Board of Education. We will now recognize the students who have completed graduation requirements at Towns County High School. Graduates, please step forward as Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Darren Barong, calls your name.
Then you go ahead and start over there. Demaya Lachey Allen. Janine Danielle Barnes. Christian Nicole Bauer. Donovan Clint Berry. Nicholas McCann Bradley. Trevor Lane Bradley. Carrie Brooke Bradshaw. Trent Leland Bradshaw. Laura Marie Birch. Devin Ray Burrell. Elizabeth Burry. Kristen Taylor Byers. Wesley Rylan Calhoun. Savannah Lee Chastain. Noah John Clemens. Jenna Brooke Coker. Taylor Renee Cornett. Douglas Augustus Cox. Chris Barrett Crawford. Caitlin Mackenzie Crowder. Haley Elizabeth Dale. Zane Tyrese Dalrymple. Brett Calloway Denton. Elisha Lane Denton. Kinsley Hope Denton. Jasmine Lachelle Dolan. John Francis Donnelly. Nathan Alexander Edwards. Nathaniel Fisher Elling. Crystal Figueroa. Adriana Nicole Floyd. Kendall Reed Floyd. Hunter Nicholas Frisk. Seth Samuel Fullerton. Kyler Levon Garrett. Jason Allen Gillis. Thomas Andrew Griffin. Jordan Alyssa Haddow. Michael Corbin Henderson. Devin Trace Hunter. Valerie Nicole Ide. Connor Jackson Kelly. Jaron David Kitchens. Samuel Caleb Ledford. Samuel Hunter Ledford. Abigail Larissa Locke. Christopher James Long. Madison Marie Lovell. Caden Lee McClure. Savannah Lynn Mitchell. Cooper Eli Moss. Hunter Logan Moss. Justin Kyle Munger. Corbin Reed Nelson. Leah Faith Newmeyer. James William Norton. Alexis Brianne Oakes. Jacob Lee Parker. Allison Lauren Patterson. Hannah Claire Paquette. Danny Wayne Reagan. Chase Avery Rogers. Colby Blaine Rogers. Sylvan Thomas Schutte. William David Scott. Lance Garrett Sewell. Dylan Thomas Shook. Brooke Rain Spain. Erica Amaya Spano. Tyler Ryan Swanger. Summer Michaela Ann Swanson. Whitley Hannah Swanson. Fernanda Torres. Corbin Michael Townsend. William Jesse Travis. Tori Ann Van Tassel. Mary Catherine Watkins. Colton Michael West. Cara Noel Wheeler. Michael Jared Wiggins. Emily Grace Williams. Walker Robert Wynn. Carly Amaris Woodard.
Bouncy balls, huh? With the graduating class of 2019, please stand. At this time, seniors, you may turn your class rings around and flip your tassels. This symbolizes that you are ready to embark into the world and are entitled to all the rights and privileges of a high school graduate. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my utmost honor to present to you Towns County High School's graduating class of 2019.
Hello, everyone. My name is Danny Reagan, and I have the honor of doing the benediction for tonight. So everybody please bow their heads. Lord God, we ask you for your almighty hand to be upon all of us who graduate today. Bless our lives from this day on with goodness and love. Help us so we stay true to our dreams, to use our gifts wisely, and to walk into the future with faith, hope, and great love. We have made it this far with your help, Lord, and again can only ask that you continue to stay with us in this next chapter of our lives. Amen.